So the first one we're going to do here is the reverse sweep, and the one that we're going to start with is the one that we try and stay in control of and reverse it fine. So one of the things I try and do to try and get the ball fine is I try and keep this front foot out of the way where I can actually get access and clear through here. If I'm trying to hit it squarer, I put my foot more to the line and I have the ball coming down this side, and I can meet the ball with a bit of a flatter bat and actually hit it square. So what you're going to see is I'm going to be clear in this area, and I'm going to try and catch up with it and hit it nice and fine along the ground through backward point and pass short third man. So we'll try and get one away straight away. So hopefully I can get my front foot out of the way and actually allow my hands to speed up and allow it to go fine and along the ground through there. So I'll try that one more time. Try and get it just a touch squarer. So hands were actually a little bit faster that time. I was able to get it a little bit squarer. Oh, bit off the toe. Bit too fast that time. Slow it down. Oh, really fine, that's 4. And now we'll try and go a little bit squarer. So now we're gonna actually try and go at the ball a little bit more so we can flatten it out and try and hit it towards point. So you gotta be a bit more courageous. So that way I can actually get my leg on the other side of the ball, the offside, and I can actually get my bat in a position there where I can smother it and stay in control of it and get it through point. The second type of reverse is gonna try and open up our body to almost face the bowler. So you'll see me do this a lot, is actually get into this position, feel like I'm almost leaning there, and then step back into the ball and almost hit like a backhand in tennis and flick it over backward point or the short third man area. So in that position, I've actually got to get nice and low to actually create that body angle. Hips, shoulders are pointing up to create that leverage. So I'll be trying to do that here. So what I will be doing is a lot of movement to actually get in this position, because I'm hoping the ball is going to be anywhere from about leg stump to the wide line, and from there I can adjust. If it's leg side, I can adjust to there. If it's offside, I can step back and give myself a little bit more power there as well. Absolutely nailed that. It's a good sign. So that one was actually a little bit shorter, so I was able to pick it up and take it a lot finer and actually miss probably one of the fielders that they normally set for me, which is deep backward point. So trying to get it fine of that. If I'm trying to go directly over deep point, I've got to step a bit more back into it and flatten out. Much the same as the other reverse sweep, I've got to create that bat angle where it's a bit more power going through the line. So I'm not trying to force it too much with my hands, I'm trying to create the leverage with my body. So between my hips and that line, my shoulders that line, if I swing through on that line, it's creating the leverage. Where if I stay in that position upright, it's going to be nice and square on. So if I'm trying to go flat and square, I keep this all nice and level. If I'm trying to create leverage, angle my body. The last one we're going to try and do is probably the hardest one, is switch hit, which is a lot more movement. So from this position, that bottom hand becomes the top hand becomes the bottom hand, and you're really trying to reach out and hit the ball over cover. So I've got to try and create leverage. Same thing, I'm trying to create space when my back foot has now become a front foot. So then that's going to give me a bit more power and actually transition through the ball and hopefully get one over cover for hopefully 4 or 6. So I'm going to do a lot of movements early. Try and create that leverage. So what I'm essentially trying to do is become a left-hander and hopefully get the right length where I can actually swing through and clear that cover fielder. Something like that. We'll go one more. Probably just got to get a little bit lower and a little bit deeper. There we go. So in that position, I was able to actually jump, come back up, and actually pick up and go over the length, where the other one I was a bit tall, I was just sort of swiping across. As soon as I was able to get a little bit lower and adjust with the bounce, could come up and swing through it. So they're the 3 types of reverse sweeps I like to go to. There's other iterations, a little bit of a lap, powerful one along the ground in front of point, but that's sort of the basics to try and actually manipulate the field a little bit more, what I've been trying to use recently.